The Family Success Institute is a catalyst for transforming how our state as a community itself responds to those who have historically and still today experienced an absence of essential elements of well-being for all families.
The family success movement really began with the idea that unless everybody is doing well, nobody's really doing well. New Jersey, as either the first or second wealthiest state in the country, has a record of disparities based upon race and ethnicity that is almost unparalleled.
My vision has always been that there's a world where kids and families get what they need, live in communities that support them and help them to have health care, education, housing, job training, everything that everybody needs in this country. We won't succeed as a nation. I don't care what we do if we don't protect the family.
There are so many wonderful resources amongst the people in our state, in our communities, that are never tapped. They're not asked. They're not listened to.
It's not often that the people who are actually experiencing these concerns, issues, have the opportunity to respond.
2 years ago, Tim and Tom came to me with this idea called the Community Action Forums. The whole idea was around wanting to really engage community members where they're at to talk about what they wanted to talk about what they thought was important, to talk about what was going on in their lives, in their families, in their communities.
One thing we didn't want to do is we didn't want to be traditional. It was really important to us. We didn't want to do focus groups where, you would go out and get all this information, and what happens in the end of those focus groups? Nothing.
What we decided was that we will partner with organizations in these different communities to host these conversations.
They wanted to talk about everything that affected their family, every challenge that they had to face, whether we identified it or not.
The forums were based on 5 main themes: parent leadership and community voice, fathers and families, early childhood success, positive youth development, and financial security. We saw macro themes come up, which are the things that we would all expect.
Affordable housing.
I've lived in Elizabeth all my life since I was a little girl. I finally received Section 8 and I'm still struggling with Section 8. How can I afford to find an apartment, a 3-bedroom for me and my children at a $2,200 rate? That's not even realistic. A studio goes for $2,200. That's crazy,
Affordable housing.
Job security, concerns around education. We also saw micro themes that were very specific to given communities come up that I think were just as important.
The street lights, we don't have street lights, and it's not safe for kids to walk home.
I think the South would need more light. A lot of light. Yeah, it's dark in this. It's very dark in you might get light here, go down next street, it's completely dark.
Yeah. You have more lights, I think that'd be better. So when the sun do fall, the kids can't play right there in the yard, and we can see who coming down the street to make it more accessible for us and everybody else to be more safer.
When people feel that you are really there to listen to them and to take their information back, they're not part of a study of something that's going to go on a shelf and collect dust.
Aligned with our goal of creating a bridge between community voice and decision makers and leaders, we have created a library, a full database where anybody can access and view the direct responses from community members.
The voices that we can present to the legislature through these community action forums is persuasive and clear in the way that it both identify what is not working and point in the direction of what would work better.
We made a commitment to them that we were going to fight for what they wanted and that they were going to be an integral part of that fight.
I want for each community member who participated in the community action forums to know that their voices matter and to feel empowered to continue to speak up on the things that impact themselves, their families, and their communities as a whole.